Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. We're starting a little bit late, of course, but better late than never. Tonight, we are kicking off a brand new Lamentations of the Flame Princess campaign titled Hell's Heart. It's going to take place in the Caribbean in 1650. So I've got a few players here with me. They're all crew members on a Dutch ship, the ZRMS Hawk. She is a brigantine sponsored by the Dutch West India Company. And her captain, Eshel van den Kek, is working directly under orders of the Dutch government to hunt pirates here in the Caribbean to protect Dutch trading interests. Politically speaking, of course, there are four major players in the Caribbean in this time period. So it's the Spanish, who are the main players. I guess they have the most territory. They have the largest navy here, although it is not by any means the most powerful per se. Their ships are older. Their crews are not quite as well trained or as elite as the others. So they're the big guys on the scene, but they're also kind of the prize target, the prime targets, I should say. Then you have the English, who are a growing player in the scene as well. The English, I'm continuing on with the kind of storyline from our previous campaign. So England is ruled by the witch queen, Aurelia Wolcott. She has ruled England for about 25 years at this stage. The English, like the Spanish, are also at war with everybody. England has been at war with everybody for the last 25 years, basically. They're just in conquest mode. They're fighting the French, they're fighting the Spanish, they're fighting the Dutch. They'll fight anybody who gets in their way. Then we have the French and the Dutch, who are allied here in the Caribbean in this time period, in this particular setting. The French have a slightly larger presence than the Dutch. The Dutch actually have the weakest presence in the Caribbean Sea. However, they do have some pretty prime ports where they are, particularly the ports of Saint Martin and Saint Eustatius here in the Lesser Antilles. And then their main kind of, I guess you'd call it like the Dutch capital, if you will, of the Caribbean would be Curacao, which is down in the Spanish Main, closer to the kind of the mainland body of South America. It's a hotly contested location, though, because they're surrounded by the Spanish on almost all sides down there in Curacao. So that brings us to the current situation. The crew of the Hawk are currently involved in a naval battle. It's late at night. It's middle of summer, quite warm. The sky, before the battle started, was quite overcast. It was a rather stuffy night, as it were. The seas are not too choppy, relatively calm. The winds weren't too terribly strong. However, at this point now, you can't see hardly any of that from all the gun smoke and the din of battle. There are multiple ships involved in battles here in the local area, but you are particularly involved with one particular English ship. It's a fast galleon, so it's much larger than the brigantine that you're on. And you have seen the painting on the side of this galleon. It says HMS Retribution. It's an English ship. From your knowledge, you probably have slightly, if they're at full capacity like you are, they'd have a few more crew members than you would anyway. But you wouldn't be terribly outnumbered in this situation. You're engaged in a little bit of a cannon battle for a short period of time until the Retribution was able to kind of pull up alongside of you and prepare for boarding. They obviously have their minds set on taking your ship. Of course, you probably don't want that to happen. In fact, Captain Van den Kek has ordered you to board their ship. So as your ship pulled up alongside of them, Captain Van den Kek ordered your gunnery crews, and you particularly being the gunnery officer, Mr. Silvers, to have the broadside, the port broadside, loaded up and ready to fire. And as soon as the boarding, what do you call them, the hooks, the ropes were thrown over, and the ship started to be pulled up alongside, he ordered a volley to be fired. Now this has caused, again, there's smoke and debris everywhere. There's fire. The enemy ship is on fire. Your own ship is burning in places on the main deck here. It's pretty chaotic. It's hard to see. Visibility is very low. But the English seem to have been taken off guard a little bit. They weren't expecting that close range fire because it was particularly dangerous. You know, it's caused damage to both vessels. But the captain has given you the order to take these element of surprise and to charge onto and take this English galleon. So we leave you on the deck of your ship, and who wants to act first? Who is at the front? I presume it would be our marine specialist, Robert the Red.
Yeah, I'll go first. So I'm gonna be saying, "Our mateys, let's board the ship for Captain Van de Cook, for Captain Van de Keck, or whatever the hell the name is." And I'm gonna take out my my flintlock pistol in the left hand and my saber in the right, and I'm gonna go over on board and shoot the first guy that I see, or at least attempt.
Sure. There's a little bit of a lean to the boarding planks because their ship is a little bit taller than your own, so you're kind of running uphill as you run across, but you have a swath of Marines running right behind you to charge over.
And I'm just saying, "Charge!" as I point the saber forward, and I point my flintlock pistol at the first guy, and I'm gonna shoot.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
And I rolled, of course, with a total of 7 with everything. Not pretty good.
Roll a d10.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
A 2 is not a misfire with flintlock, is it? Or is it? Can't remember if they misfire on 1s or 2s. I have it right here. The flintlock misfires. No, only misfires on a 1. So no, so you fire and miss.
Yeah.
To your chagrin, but it catches him off guard, and he's stunned at first from the barrage of cannon fire that's torn into the hull of their ship. Their ship is actually starting to lean a little bit to the starboard side since you pulled up with your port. And you take your shot, and although it misses him, he's just staring at you kind of dumbfounded as your Marines charge on board and start engaging their Marines and attacking. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. So you see Grim. He's running across the bow of the ship with a couple lackeys in tow. He's coming from the quartermaster Albolino, this Frenchman who he quite detests, who has sent him up here to go drop off this box or this crate of rusty sabers and bladed weapons to Mr. Silvers and his cannon men, just to prepare in case these Anglo bastards are able to get aboard the ship. So Grim does that. He's in charge of these 2 young boys that are following with this, barely able to lift this crate of, as I said, sabers. They drop it at the foot of Mr. Silvers, and Grim looks at him with his one good eye, the other white from being damaged some years ago. He says, "Mr. Silvers, sir, the fucking quartermaster asked me to bring these here for you and your men, in case these Anglo bastards made it on the ship. But don't worry, those bastards won't be getting on here. They'll be worrying. They'll be wishing they never crawled out of their mother's cunts before the day is out." And with that, I turn around and start walking back towards Robert the Red, who has made his first attack towards the oncoming English vessel. And the 2 young boys are on my tail.
As you're walking away, Grim, I like to think there's a dramatic moment where I'm like, "Hey, Grim, make sure you make it back alive. I'd hate to have to drink your rum ration."
No worries. We'll be sharing it later. There'll be plenty more. I hear these English bastards like to stock up on the sugar cane. We'll be having lots of rum later, friend. And I pull my pistol with the 2 boys, with me, boys, and I start walking towards the boarding party that's already engaged.
Mm-hmm. You want to go across over onto the deck of the other ship, or?
No, I'm just staying at the periphery of our ship at the moment and just gauging the
watching the Marines charge across.
Exactly, just see how that first foray is happening and how we're faring.
Mr. Silvers.
Well, it's opportunistic for me because Mr. Silver's lost his only melee weapon earlier trying to unplug one of the cannons during the initial approach. So I'm going to bend over and take one of the sabers. Kind of like look both ways shadily and cross, trying to stay behind Grim. Like create a wall of the oncoming Englishmen so Grim gives me some kind of protection. And I'll take out my pistol and slowly aim it and start trying to pick one out to shoot.
Okay. Sure. Do you want to take a shot?
Oh yeah, if I can. Absolutely.
Go for it. You can pick one out. You smoke.
Alright, I got a 7 on the D10, so that's not a misfire. And I got, a 19.
That's going to definitely hit. So you plug this English Marine.
Let's see for damage. 3 points of damage.
Okay. It doesn't kill him, but it drops him anyway. It knocks him to the ground. He's taken by the heavy ball from your flintlock pistol, and you see him fall. And that saber, you can write down if you want. For now, you have a rusty saber. It's a -1 to hit, but standard on damage.
I look at Silver and says, "Good shot, matey. We'll drink to that."
Well, he's on the deck of his own ship still, so
Oh, okay.
you can shout across him if you want.
Well, I'll shout across to him like, "Good shot, matey!" And I like swing the sword up.
I'll turn to the fledgling men next to me, and I'll say, "That is a good shot, lads, but don't be getting any ideas. Don't fire till you see the marrow of their bones."
Do you want to start to reload?
That's a hard. Yeah. You know what? I will. I'll start to reload.
Okay. Because it takes you about 30 seconds to reload, about 5 rounds to reload Flintlock. So over on deck now, we're going to roll. Actually, each of you guys go ahead and roll a d6 for me, and I'll roll. Or no, sorry, d6. Roll a d20 for me, and tell me what you get, and I'll roll for the enemy Marines. This is just for a general mass combat Marine kind of.
I rolled 17.
Okay.
9.
Do I add something to that?
No, just your base roll, please.
17.
I got a crit, maybe.
Okay. Excellent. So I'm just keeping track of crew tallies here. Crew. So for the English, about 18 of their Marines get cut down by your own, or shot, as the case may be. And for your own, you lose about 12. Okay. In the ensuing melee that is taking place all on the deck of the English ship now, because they were delayed from the cannon blast. It knocked them off balance, and then your men charged across. Okay. Next round. If you guys don't mind, for right now, until like a major enemy shows up, we'll just keep going in this order until until we have to worry about initiative. So you're already across on the deck of the enemy ship. There, Robert the Red.
Yep. I'm gonna just swing the saber at the same guy.
Yeah.
The saber.
There was another Marine who was going to charge up and engage you, but he got picked off by Silver's pistol round. So yep, you can go ahead and attack this. He's now coming to, but he's like the stunned kind of boarding party captain of the other ship.
See, that is a good idea because that's why I shouted him good shot. Good shot. So,
go ahead and roll your attack on this stunned boarding captain.
I'm gonna swing the saber.
Captain's not the right word. He's a boarding officer.
Damn it! I'm ruling like shit. I rolled a 4, so a total of 6.
This is very reminiscent of the last time we played Lamentations, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed the shot last time too.
So he draws his own saber, and he deftly parries and knocks your blade aside as you take the swing. So he's now awake and realizing what's going on, and his life's in danger. And
I'm gonna slice you up, you bastard! Arr!
And what are you doing, Grim?
So, being that I had scanned the boarding party from the English side in the last round, I would have been also at that time looking for any type of decoration on uniform or whatever to indicate someone being the leader of the group. So you said This captain is the obvious individual. This boarding.
He's the most decorated one at the moment. The one that's engaged with Robert. He's not the captain. You can be sure of that. He's definitely not the captain,
But he's not.
he's
He's
the
not.
highest
He's not
ranking, the most official looking person you can see on there right now.
Lower your head, Red. Lower your head. I say as I'm about to unleash my flintlock pistol.
As the one-eyed assistant quartermaster tries to fire over your shoulder.
Exactly. So, Silver, as you look over at me, as we're not far away on each side of the bulwarks here, you see me. I'm trying to light it up, and you can see I'm like all over the place. There's a 3-foot window in which I'm aiming at this captain, and I'm telling Red to duck as I'm trying to obviously shoot at this individual.
And I'm just like, oh, mighty, and I go down.
Rolling the D10 over there, Grim.
A D10?
Yeah.
I'll just see if it misfires. I rolled a 5.
Okay, it doesn't misfire.
So it's a D20 plus 2. So I rolled 14.
Okay. Now, Sean, odd or even?
Even.
Okay, what's the damage there?
The damage on that would be... Oh shit, I didn't even write the weapon sound. Sorry, just go ahead and tell me someone.
I think it's 1d8 for flintlock
D8?
pistol.
Cool.
Yeah.
I rolled 4.
Okay, you shoot Robert in the ass.
Ah, Robert, I told you to get low.
By Poseidon's asshole, Poseidon's trident. Why the hell did you shot me? Ah, my ass is like bleeding, and I'm just jumping around holding my ass at this moment.
So the way that works, anyway, whenever you fire into a melee, you have an equal chance of hitting any single target within the melee. So I asked Sean odd or even. He said even, and I rolled even. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you. This thing is like you took out. I have 8 hit points, and you took me down to half. So that means not only did you hit me in the ass, you like removed a big chunk of my ass at this point.
So all you heard was me yell for you to get down. There's fire. There's shots being fired all over the place. I'm visioning the only person that actually saw me was Silvers, as he saw me, like I said, going like the 3-foot intervals, trying to aim this guy with my my one good eye here.
Robert ducks, and you shoot him in the ass.
Nice. You got a big payload.
I sincerely doubt the first time I've seen something like this.
Probably not the first time you've seen it now, but
I don't even bother starting to reload my gun. I stick it into the orange Dutch sash that runs across my chest. I stick the pistol in there, and I pull out the saber in preparation to charge.
Sure.
I said, I look at Grim. We'll talk about that, Grim. You owe me. And watch out with that gun of yours. For Christ's sake. My ass is hurting bad.
Mr. Silvers.
I'm going to continue to reload my weapon, but I'm going to try to direct some of the men coming across boarding and say, to Mr. Red, he's in trouble. Protect him, lad. And remember, Poseidon doesn't want no heroes.
Do you want to mark down, anyway, it's been 1 round of reloading now for you, so it takes 5 rounds to reload. So if you have a little counter there you want to do or something like that.
Yep, I'll keep track.
Okay. So then it goes to Marines and bad guys. So first of all, there's this boarding captain who's engaged with your own Marine specialist. So he swings his saber, and that's going to be a 10, so he misses you, Sean. He swings at Robert, who's got one hand back on his butt cheek and manages to bring his saber up and deflect the blow with the other hand.
I'm like, you gotta do better than that, asshole.
And then everybody roll another d20, please, for me, just for Marine competency.
I rolled an 18. I rolled great for the Marine competency so
the
far.
Marines
18.
do so good. I got 1 hit with them.
13 for me.
13 on the die, and 13 on the die for you too, Troy?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, that's going to be 3 hits, I'm going to say. So you drop 3 more, another 18 Marines go down on their side. And on your side, you only lose 6 more. So the battle is definitely swinging heavily in your favor at the moment.
Yeah, Silvers is going to smile thinking, extra rations of rum tonight.
Those Anglo fuckers haven't fought like men like us before, boys. Stay vigilant.
Robert the Red, it's back to you, my friend.
I'm gonna slice at him again, holding my left butt cheek as it's bleeding. And I'm gonna slice at him, and okay, a total of 12.
A total of 12. No, you actually slice and you take a chunk out of his coat that he's wearing, but it doesn't cut through to flesh.
Yep. Oh well.
It was a close one that time, though.
I done it.
You can see the sweat on his brow now.
So if I'm able, I close the gap between myself and Robert.
Oh, you can charge right across that bridge if you want. Yeah, you can run up and attack the same young captain if you want.
I look at Grim nervously, and I'm like...
You see me like thudding across the planks as I come onto the English side, over the side towards this captain, and I slap you on the ass with my offhand and says, "Straighten up there, boy. That was one of my lads here. They're not good with the pistols, you see." And as I say that, I lunge forward with my saber towards the captain.
Do more killing and less ass slapping.
And off to my side, you see these two young fellows, early 16s, barely able to grow a beard. They're just right on my tail, kind of covering my sides, my flanks as I approach them. I rolled 14 on the die plus 2, so 16 to hit this captain.
Yep. You're gonna hit him. Go ahead and roll some damage for me, please.
So I went medium. Because saber's not in the book. Medium weapon, so D8.
Yeah, it's D8. All weapons do D8 damage for the moment.
Okay, 5 points of slashing damage as I lunge forward with a over 60-degree arc into the side of this guy.
You want to describe the demise of this young boarding captain?
So as I do so, he lifts his sword. He has like a rapier, this little fancy rapier. These dandy boys, these little dandy Brits, lifts his rapier, but I swing amply underneath it, and as I do, I cut up above his hip bone into his abdomen, and it goes about 4 inches in. And, I mean, he flops over immediately as this blade, this sharp blade, not like the rusty ones I dropped off to Silver and his boys, but this is a pristine weapon of massacre. And I cut like 6 inches into his abdomen. And as I pull the sword back out, he falls down unceremoniously in a gush of blood.
So you
and without a whimper.
Cut right into the belly, so you get a nice combined smell of blood and shit.
Nice.
And awful pours out of him, and he drops to the ground.
I look over to Red. I says,
like to say, "Why?" And you realize this boy's like 17 or something as he dies at your feet.
I look at Red. I said, "You smell that shit, boy? That smells like victory to me." And I kick his body aside. This captain. I don't know how old Red is. Is he younger than myself? My character's about 45. He's like a veteran.
45. You're ancient, man.
I'm like grizzled. I've been on like several ships that seen several, captains and almost full crews be decimated.
I'm somewhat experienced. I'm in my late 20s, so.
Yeah, you're a boy to me. So I look at you and I say that, and I kick this other infant aside as I go for the next one in line.
Okay.
Yeah, and all I answer to that is like, no shit.
Mr. Silvers, you're reloading, so you can chuck off another round.
Now, can I move and reload both?
Can you move and reload both? To some degree, I will say yes, but nothing too complex.
Okay, what's the situation on their ship? Is there like a pocket that's kind of formed that's behind our line?
Yeah, I'd say so, like where your men are still kind of pouring across the boarding ladders and...
Yeah, because my intention would be then to move across the plank onto their ship but stay behind our line while I'm reloading.
Okay, I'm going to say it's going to take you 2 rounds to do so just because you have to go slowly.
Okay.
So, it's kind of difficult to cross the plank as you're reloading. So yeah, you get about halfway across. And as you're doing so, you get a nice view of another nearby ship battle. You can see there's another a Dutch brig engaged with another English galleon. And from what you can tell, it's hard to really see, any detail on it from this distance, but you can definitely tell that all the fighting over there is going on the deck of the Dutch ship. And you can see too. You can see some flame on the deck of both ships. You can see smoke from their previous cannon fight as well. So
now walking across, like I'm loading up my gun. I take a look around my eyes as I slowly walk across. Do I see anyone up in the crow's nest?
In the crow's nest of your ship?
Or the enemy ship?
Or the enemy ship? No, not at this point.
I want to whistle at one of the lads coming across with me and say, and nod up towards the crow's nest to have him take it.
Okay. What's his name, this boy?
We'll say his name is, we call him Charlie.
Charlie. So Charlie says, "Aye, sir," and he starts to try to cut his way through to the main mast of this ship. What did I say it was called? I gave it a name, didn't I? The Redemption? No, the Retribution.
Retribution, yeah.
Yeah, the Retribution. So he starts fighting his way over to there. Now, I want you guys... before we do that, let me roll for any major attacks. Now, the captain has died, the boarding captain of their other ship, so he's not going to get attack against Robert this time. However, another Marine steps up, engages Grim, and takes a swing and misses horribly. I got 5. So he misses you, Grim. And he looks really nervous as he steps up. Again, most of this English crew are all pretty young, looks like. And they're obviously terrified. The battle is not going their way. They weren't expecting things to go so badly so quickly for them. And Andrew, you want to go ahead and roll for Charlie as he's working his way across to...
Yeah, what am I rolling?
Just roll an attack roll. Roll a d20.
Attack roll. 17.
17. So Charlie steps up, he takes a swing and he slashes this guy right across the chest, and the guy falls to the ground. As another Marine steps up and kind of gets in between him and the mast to engage him. And now I need you each to roll a d20 again for what we call it, the Marine competency rolls. Wow, I'm really rolling poorly for these guys.
I rolled a 17. Like, I rolled every time really good for the confidence rolls. My attack rolls were shit. That's great.
I rolled really badly. They didn't get any hits this time on
I rolled a 19.
on the
17 and 19.
And you rolled an 8, Troy?
Yes, 8.
Okay, so that's another 12 Englishmen down. And you don't lose any men that time around, because I rolled 3 misses for their competency rolls. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm just rolling attack rolls, and for every hit, that's 6 men killed, basically. So at the moment, you've lost 18 men, and they've lost 48. So that can tell you how the momentum of the battle is going. So we're back to the top of the next round. So that's now 3 rounds or 4 rounds reloading passed for you. Silvers, this is the
3. This will be the
round.
4th. Yeah, this will be the 4th. No, this will be the 3rd. There's been 2 rounds successful.
Okay, cool. So Robert,
Yep.
you've got
I'm gonna...
Grim at your side.
Cool.
You've engaged with 1 English Marine. There's another one who's kind of nervously stepping towards you, with rapier shaking in his hand.
I'm gonna slice at him, and I said, "Die, English scum!" And I roll.
Here comes a 4.
God damn it! I rolled an 11.
Ah,
2, a total of 13.
total of 13 will hit, actually.
Ah, nice, sweet.
So yeah, you can go ahead and describe his death, actually, because this guy's just a total minion, so 1 hit kills him.
I rolled an 8 damage.
Oh,
yeah. So basically, he comes in nervously, like, with the rapier, and what I do is like, he tries to lunge at me, but I just grab his arm with my other arm, and then I just wrench it away, and it says ha ha ha, and I just slice at his neck. It goes in, and it like halves it. It doesn't quite chop his head off, but his neck is just blood is coming out. Then I kick him off so that he falls off the side of the ship into the water. Blood spraying out of me. But I have already, that's the story of me is that my shirt and my headpiece used to be white, and they're all red from the blood of my enemies that I killed over the years.
Brilliant. Okay, so he's dead, so he will not get an attack on you this round. How about you, Grim?
So the young fellow that had overextended himself with his miss that he lunged at me last attack, he's standing there like bent over, and I reach over. I was like, "In the drink with you," and I grab him by the waistband, and I'm going to attempt to like throw him back behind me over the bulwark into the gap between the 2 ships.
Okay, roll to hit to see if you can grapple him.
Okay. All right, let's grab the other D20.
Die on the floor?
Yeah, that's right. I rolled a 19 on the die plus 2, so 21.
Okay. You grab hold of him.
Do you want me to do or a strength check against his
No,
strength?
I'm going to roll a saving throw for him.
Okay. So I grab him by the waistband as he's bent over, and it's kind of like wedgie-like. I'm going to like pull back towards my body, back towards the bulwark, and back out over the ship.
That's a total failure.
Dude,
All right, so
die, nerd.
Saving throw, so you...
I grab him as if I was like, like tossing something behind me, and as I do, I toss him behind me, and he goes over the bulwark of the English ship, and as he's going between the two ships, they kind of come together, and you hear this crunch as his skull gets like collapsed between the two ships as they come together, and the waves crush his skull, and he falls down. And I look over at Red, and I was like, yeah, smells like victory. And I turn towards the next one.
I just look at him, on my face, on my blade, and everything is drenched in blood.
Okay. And Mr. Silvers, you continuing to reload, but you're pretty safe right now. Your men are fighting their way through these Marines like butter.
Actually, the Charles, does he try to get up yet, or is he engaged in front of the mast?
He's engaged. He got closer to the mast, but he's engaged at the moment.
I want to abandon my reloading and try to run for the mast myself.
Okay. Yeah, you can do so. You will encounter a Marine on the way. So go ahead and roll attack roll, if you wish.
I want to try to bypass him and actually just go for a climb if that's possible.
Okay.
I mean, it'd probably evoke an attack against me or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I'll roll his attack against you. He missed. I rolled a 3.
So he swats. I mean, I actually jumped the blade.
Grand. And you get to the mast.
Yep, and I'll grab it and start trying to climb.
Yep. And as you do, you see the captain.
Oh.
And she lowers a pistol in your direction and fires. What's it going to be? Oh, well, no, she's not a fighter, so it's only going to be a 12. It's not going to hit you.
Yep, 12 misses.
So actually, it's probably deflected by your helmet or your armor or something. But she fires, and you see her now. Let me give you a quick description of her. She's a middle-aged woman. I have a better description here. Hold on a second. For some reason, my buttons are failing me. My hands aren't moving fast enough. Let's see. Where is she? She is in this one here. Oh, hold on. There it is. Just to give you a description of her, she is. You can see her face. She's got a scar on her upper lip. She's kind of smiling at you, or grimacing more like, and she's missing multiple teeth. At one point in time, she was like probably a really fiery redhead. Now it's kind of mixed with gray. And she's wearing also a buff coat. And as she fires the pistol and misses you, she drops it to the ground. She also has a warhammer, which is a pretty archaic weapon, you notice. Hanging at her side.
Would it be alright for me to belay my action since I see her?
Absolutely, if you wish. That's exactly what I'm letting you know what happened.
Yeah, so I'll jump up then, like my hand is wrapped under the rope of the mast. I'm contemplating climbing, and I see her walk out, and I'll yell, "Lads, there she be, the captain of the ship." And I'll point at her, and I want to cast a reality shift on myself.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you cast that next round.
Okay. So
I don't think you can move and cast in the same round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll stay put then.
Okay. So now what we need to do is another Marine check. Go ahead and roll your dice there, gentlemen. Oh shit! I got a crit with their Marines.
17.
12.
Crit fail.
Oh. So that time around, 6 of their Marines die this round. But 18 of your Marines die this round as they start to push back, rallied by the presence of their captain on the deck now. And you even hear probably someone say, "Captain on the deck, for watch it!" And they start to push back. Now then, let's see here. Sean and Troy, you both killed the Marines that you were engaged with, and Andrew bypassed one and was shot at by the captain, so that won't make any personal attacks against your characters individually. Now, because the captain's on the deck, we're going to roll initiative for the subsequent rounds. So everybody roll your initiative die, whatever it may be.
Oh, yeah.
It's dependent upon your dexterity.
Yep.
4.
1d8, right.
You're on 1?
I rolled a 5.
Okay. Right. So then, she is going to go first. And she takes her left hand up, kind of holds it up by her head, and she's like kind of twitching it in a way, almost kind of like a wave, as she holds it up by her head, and she points out with her right finger and points at you, Mr. Silvers. Roll a saving throw versus magic, please. As she's going to use her maleficence, which is fire.
Fail.
Fail. Okay, so that was a chance for half damage. She does 5 points of damage as she hits you with like a fire bolt, basically, that shoots from her finger.
I'm going to scream, "Witch!"
Yes,
What is this witchcraft?
Well, you guys would know. It'd be pretty common knowledge that, like I said earlier, there's the Witch Queen in England.
Okay.
Certain special ships, not every ship of the British Navy, but some ships would have witches on board. In some cases, they act as the captains. In other cases, they simply act as the ship's witch. In this case, she seems to be the captain as well. But yeah, the English have changed the game with their open acceptance. Well, they're ruled by a witch, so. Okay, so that was her. Who had a 5 on your side? I think it was you, Robert, was it?
Yeah, Robert the Red, yeah.
I rolled a 5, yeah.
Yep. It's your turn. You can see where Simon is. He's a full movement away from you, pretty much. You can try to get towards him if you want, but you might get engaged along the way by Marines.
Okay.
Or you can continue to fight Marines here. You can try to make some kind of a ranged attack against their captain, the witch, if you wish.
I'm going to try to fight my way through to the captain. That's my goal.
Okay, so you're going to start moving that way, and you're going to attack a Marine.
Yep.
Tries to intercept you, no problem. And I didn't give a description of her clothing, I don't think, but she's wearing a bright yellow buff coat. She's not wearing anything that would depict her necessarily as being English, but sort of the fact she's commanding this vessel. So.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna hack at the guy with the saber.
Mm-hmm. You rolled poorly?
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
So a total of 4.
He blocks your blow and he stands in your way, cutting you off halfway to the middle of the ship. Who was next?
Damn it!
Were you on 4, Grim?
I'll get you, witch!
I am, yeah.
Okay.
So I look to the 2 lads that are at my side that just saw me throw the guy overboard. I say, "Stay the course, boys. The captain's been spotted. That blimey bitch is going to see Davy Jones today." And I start running towards her.
Okay, you will also be intercepted by a Marine, so you can try to kill him if you wish.
No problem. Alright, here goes nothing. I rolled 10 plus 2, so 12.
Nope. He blocks your blow, and also you were also stopped.
Alright, stopped in I'm engaged with him now.
Mm-hmm. No problem. And you're going to go next there, Mr. Silver.
Using this witch's show of elemental force, I want to try to make it look like something weird magical happens for effect, but in reality I'm casting a spell. So I'm going to be like swatting myself, like muttering under my breath, and I'm going to cast Reality Shift.
Okay, make your saving throw versus magic, please.
Do I have to?
You have to because you were injured this turn.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know that. Um.
So let's just so yeah, I
Oh,
know what's
actually,
going on.
I get full success anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Good. So you don't create a magical catastrophe, and you can cast your spell. So it's reality shift, you said?
Yeah, that's a 10-foot radius, so it's pretty wide.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Now,
Reality shift.
each of them are entitled to a saving throw not to be shifted.
Who are you casting it on?
It's an area,
Oh, it's on
so
you.
it's on. I'm the center of the circle. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Right. So anybody who gets within 10 feet of you also has to make the saving throw. So what the spell does, it would shift you into the spirit realm, making you invisible, insubstantial, and ethereal. Um, you have to stay within the boundaries of the enchantment. Nothing may leave for the duration. Let me see. Is anybody within 10 feet of you? I'll say somebody was. Some poor British soldier. I'll say there was only one, since you just kind of pushed your way up here.
Oh,
Oh, no, there should
fuck,
be.
man.
There should be.
I would not cast that if there was only one person within range of me. I
Oh,
thought
really?
we were on like a fully crowded ship.
Credit. How many people do you think would be within 10 feet of you?
I mean, whatever, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
We'll say two.
There's 140 people on the deck of a ship, on their side alone, and our boarding party is coming as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like 40 people in a 10-foot radius, would be my guess.
Oops. Okay. There's not going to be 40 people. No way I'm rolling for 40 people. But within 10 feet of him, given spacing and stuff like that, there might be 6. I'll roll for 6.
I think that's a good number.
Okay. There is a partial success. So what would be a partial success for this, you think? Partially shifted, not entirely?
I would I'd say if you want to do it like a partial shifted person just has disadvantages on attack
Okay.
or something like that. Some kind of disadvantage.
That's a failure. That's 2 failures. That's a full success. And there's 2 more. And 2 more partial successes. So you had a total of 3 partial successes, 1 success, and 2 failures. So 2 failures are also shifted into the spirit world. Now, you're in the spirit world as well. So you're there with these, think of it kind of like Lords of the Ring, like, right? When you have the ring on and you're in the Wraith world. So you're there, everything's kind of bizarre looking outside of this 10-foot sphere, or 10-foot diameter, radius sphere around you. There's 2 English soldiers there with you, looking at you, and they look probably normal to you and to each other, whereas everything else looks weird. So they're in the spirit realm with you. The other 2 who were partial successes, was 2 partial? No, it was 3 partial successes. They're all really weirded out right now because they can kind of see a little bit of both. They can kind of see you, but they also see the battle going around them, and they're just tripping out at the moment. And then the one guy who succeeded, he just continues on in the fight as per normal. He didn't get pulled at all into this kind of ethereal realm. The captain, on the other hand, she does not see you now because you're completely invisible and substantial and ethereal to her. So she has no idea where you've gone.
I just want to make sure too, right? Those people in the realm with me, we're ethereal. Like we can see each other, but we can't attack each other.
Yeah, you're spirits.
All right, good. That was my major concern.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to last. Well, that'll last for 10 minutes, which is a long freaking time in a battle. So now.
Oh, in addition, also, Ian, anyone that enters also. So, like, if someone comes into my boundary while I'm keeping the spell up, they also get sucked in if they fail to save.
Yeah. There was something about that, wasn't there? Like if somebody, nobody can leave during the duration of the spell. Oh no, they can only enter if you permit them.
Right. So friendlies I won't permit, but
Okay.
any hostile creature that crosses my boundary, I'll try to suck them in.
Okay, very good. Now, interestingly enough, too, like in that area where you have gone into the spirit realm, like it would seem like the deck of the ship, the part of the mast that you're around, everything has gone kind of it's gone as far as I can tell. It's like it's not there anymore. There's a big like scooped out bowl of a hole in the deck of the ship, including a large portion of the mast. Although the mast from 10 feet up and beyond is fully there, impossibly still suspended in air. So it looked pretty damn strange, and a lot of people are like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, and my hope is since it immediately followed her shooting fire at me, they think it was like some rebound of her spell.
Absolutely, it definitely looks like that, I would say, as far as anybody knows. So I need you guys each to roll d20 again for our marine competency. I got one hit there, so they're going to kill 6 more Dutchmen.
4 for me.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
12.
Okay, and they lose 6 more men on the English side as well. So it's starting to even out a little bit. It's starting to look a little bit more dangerous. Oh yeah, and you guys did not kill your men this round, so they do get 1 attack against each of you. So 1 attack against Robert the Red. Marine swings, and I got a 1. That isn't good.
We got blocked by people, yeah? So we got engaged.
Yeah, you did. So they're making attacks against you. Oh, nice. He rolled a 1, so that means that next round, his party may not take offensive action. So the English can't take offensive action next round. The other one swings on Grim. What's your armor class, Grim?
14. Oh, sorry, yeah, 14.
Ah, he swings and rattles against your helm.
Ding!
Yep.
That one saved my other eye.
So next round, we're going to go back to you first, Robert the Red. Well, no, we're going to go initiative because there is a Witch Queen.
But I still have the highest. Or do we re-roll initiative?
You re-roll every round.
She's
Okay.
not a part of the English that can't act this round? Is that
No,
correct?
she is. I guess I probably shouldn't roll, but she can't. She can't
well-
take offensive action this round. She can still.
I rolled the initiative of 1 this time.
4 for myself.
Okay.
Andrew's AFK, but he's also in like ethereal or some other pocket dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably not taking any action if he wants to just maintain that.
He also
So-
said two initiative, so.
So she kind of drops back and puts more Marines in between her and you guys, to the point where she kind of seems to move out of your vision. There's too many Marines between you and her now. But you guys get to make attacks against the Marines in front of you.
All right, so I see all this. I see all this stuff happening in front of me. This witch, as I see her casting these spells, and then my friend, Mr. Silver's disappearing. Half of the ship disappearing in the wake. My intention is to get past this guy and to get to her, who I see, as I see, is some demonic, demon-loving Satan worshiper. So I'm going to try to bypass this guy and get to her if I can.
You're going to try to bypass this guy and get to her.
Yeah, I'm trying to. How many individuals are between this guy that's blocking me and her?
Well, now that she has moved back between her and the Marines, dozens.
Oh, okay. So I got to fight my way through. Fair enough. All right, I'll chop this guy down first, as the first of many, as on my way to get to her.
Yep. That was the whole point of her action, was to try and get as many people between her and you guys as she could.
Fair enough. So as I look this guy in this eye, this little innocent fucking bystander, I'm seeing her face on this male form, and I'm gonna lash into him as best I can with my saber. You demon-loving bitch, I say as I look at this guy in the face. I rolled 14 plus 2, so 16.
Okay, yep. You're going to kill him.
Alright, so I chop right into it, like I said, just into his neck area, coming down with a a arcing slash again, chuck him into his jugular, and he falls down. And I immediately start stepping over his dead corpse, moving to the next guy.
Okay, very good. Sean, how about for Robert the Red?
Okay. So. Okay. I swing my sword, and I have a total of 18.
Yeah, you're gonna kill one.
Nice. I rolled a 4 damage.
Okay, yep, he's dead.
So
Yeah,
basically, I just run
for.
I just run forward, and I just kind of he stabs at me, and I just hit this blade by the side, and I continue the movement and stab in his heart, and the saber goes through him, and then I just use my foot to kick him off the sword,
Okay.
and I just continue on, and I just roar, "Forward, men!"
Nice. Okay, and back to you, Andrew. You're in the bubble, the
Yeah,
shifted reality bubble.
I'm in the alternate reality, and I'm channeling it, thinking back to the dark, sorcerous coast of Africa, and I see two of the British soldiers, our Navy men, looking at each other, and one of them like passes his hand through the other one, and he's like, "You bloody ethereal, matey." Ethereal? What did you say? And I'm thinking to myself, perfect. They have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, they try to swing their swords at you and can't do anything. It's just like wisps of, white smoke almost, passes right through you, does nothing. I'm going to need Marine competency rolls again. If you guys each want to roll one.
Okay.
Another 6 dead Dutchmen.
I rolled a 1.
I got another 12.
Okay.
9 here.
A 9? Okay, so it's one
Yes.
hit. 6 more dead Englishmen. So Marine kills so far, there are 66 dead Englishmen, but you guys have also killed another 15 on top of that. So that's 81 down. They're just below half their crew now. In the meantime, you guys have lost 48 crew members yourselves to their Marines. So you started off with 125. What's that leave you with? 77 left. They started off with 160, so they still have 94. Nope, sorry. But the 15 you guys killed, they have 79. So yeah, it's pretty even. 77 to 79 remaining. Okay. Next round. Robert the Red.
Okay. Should I roll initiative?
No, don't worry about it because she's disengaged now. She's
Okay.
taking cover, it seems.
I'm gonna slice at the next guy.
She came up. She cast some weird spell. Your friend, Mr. Silvers, disappeared as well as a big chunk of the ship, and then she withdrew.
I swung. I rolled a 5, so a total of 7. I think
Okay.
that misses.
Yep.
Yep.
How about for you, Grim?
Now, I'm trying to decipher the morale of these English boys that are being boarded and are getting chopped down left and right. Do they seem to be going back on their heels and retreating, or are they still
No, they're still
surging
fighting.
forward?
They don't. There's not much place to retreat.
Yeah, but they can like parlay and like quit
No,
if they
not
choose
yet.
to. Not yet. The resolve is still there to fight. Very good. That's what I'm trying to decipher in these moments before I chop another one down, which I'm about to do. So again, I'm surging. My sole focus is on getting to that area where Mr. Silvers disappeared and where this demonic witch bitch, as I perceive it, made him, as I say, vanquish or vanish. So I'm heading towards that direction. So next one jumps in front of me. I'm going to chop him down. There is another one, yes?
Mm-hmm. Of course. Yep.
All right, so 18 to hit.
Oh yeah, you're gonna kill him.
So without even like pausing to stop my gait as I move forward. I just literally slice through the abdomen of another one with my curved blade, just opening them up like 4 inches deep across the belly, and I just move right through and like shove his dead body aside, knowing that he's going to like succumb to those wounds, and I
Nice.
just move on to the next one.
And you hear like a loud Dutch cheer take up by the Marines all around you. As you kind of glimpse over your shoulder, you see this flash of orange and brown and this big plumed leather hat as Captain Van de Keck joins the battle and charges in at the head of a group of Marines and horribly misses, but engages one of their Marines, and he's cheering, "Come on, man, let's take them all!" And showing up halfway through the fight to steal all the glory. Let's do some Marine competency rolls, please. If each of you roll 1 again.
Okay.
7.
I rolled a
from
7.
double 7s.
Yep, jinx.
Yikes.
9. So bad.
Wow, not good. Not good.
The captain fucking killed our morale. That stubby dick motherfucker.
Captain joins the battle and shit goes down. Okay. So they managed to kill another 12 of your men, and none of their men are killed this round, except for the one that you killed, Sean. Oh no, sorry, you didn't kill one. Sorry, the one that you killed, Troy. In the meantime, one does take another swing at Robert the Red, though, and misses. She's gonna wait. Well, let me see. Let me do a morale check for them here.
That's a lot of dice, man.
No, it's just 2 6s.
Oh.
Trying to remember how morale checks work. I have to roll. Yeah, if I roll over the morale, they break. Nope. They continue fighting. And Mr. Silvers, anything else? You're going to maintain your spell for a bit longer?
Yeah, I just want to say that the two funny British naval men keep talking. What do you mean, Ethereum, mate? And the other one says, I mean bloody ghost-like. What do you think I mean?
Are you there as well, present, like looking at them, or you're like hovering around them like a ghost?
Yeah. No, I'm present. Like my body is like foaming out into bubbles, and I'm sitting watching these two ghosts argue with each other.
Nice.
Yeah. They realize that they can't attack you. They're like, what does this mean? Are we dead? Did she kill us? And you can see her now starting to kind of creep back up with the Marines and moving around the side of the ship along one of the along the starboard side of this ship, which is the boarding side. You'll see her, Silver, from your position. And next round, we're going to roll initiative again this round because she's going to try to come in and make an attack. Oh, she's not on a very good initiative. What'd you get?
I got a 1.
Okay.
I also rolled the 1 on the D8.
Wow, and she rolled a 1, so your attacks are all going to go off simultaneously.
I got a 3.
Okay. So you have initiative. You can see her. She's moving up, and it looks like she's getting ready to cast some kind of a spell there, Mr. Silver.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep just channeling.
Okay. So I guess I'll randomly determine the target. No, she's going to target Grim because he's he's in the best shape of the two. So Grim, I need you to make a saving throw versus magic, please, as she blasts you with her maleficence.
All right, one moment. So that's an intelligence. Nope, that's not it. At 46, there we go. That's 11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works. You rolled 4d6, yeah?
Yes.
Did you get any 6s?
I rolled a couple 4s and a couple others.
Okay, so you take full damage. So you take 8 points of damage as she blasts you with fire.
Cool. So I get fucking blasted with this thing and knocked back a few steps as I was feeling so confident in myself. I'm like singed. So any bit of hair, there's not a lot of hair exposed, but my eyebrows and any bit of a like 3 days growth that was on my face is like swinged aside. And if anyone has ever seen like birds prepared to be roasted and they like take the feathers off, that's that smell that like engulfing from me is that smell of that swinged feather. It's pretty intoxicating.
Very good. Okay. And let's do your own actions as well. Happen simultaneous basically as this happens, but you're engaged with Marines, so do you want to attack them or?
All right. So as I'm blasted by this engulfing of flame, I open my eyes as my eyebrows are swinged away, and I see the masks just off to the side. I'm going to attempt to make my way to it so I can scale it to get a vantage point.
Well, a big portion of the mast is missing. There's a big hole where the mast was.
This is a big ship. I imagine there's more than one mast, right? There's like several masts.
Okay, you're going to work back to one of the stern masts then?
Yeah.
Where your Marines are kind of holding the police?
I'm going to go where the weird shit's happening, the one where the aft mast is
yeah, that
like,
one is
away.
a big chunk.
But the rest of the mast above that big chunk is still visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know I'm not very intelligent, but I know there's something fucking going on there. Something
Okay,
weird.
so you walk up to it and you get pushed back like some kind of invisible sphere just won't allow you entry.
As you see me coming in, Silvers, you see my face is just like black with soot and flame, and I'm like coughing.
Are you wearing that hat in your picture there?
Exactly.
You know
Fire.
what? Since he this is something I noticed, right? His approach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him in if he wants to try to enter.
I'm just walking that direction. I'm totally able. I would like get out of anywhere. I'm just trying to get cover at this point. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll let him in.
Okay, so.
Blimey, what the fuck is this, boys? And as I come in and turn into the form.
And you are now in the spirit world as well, Grim.
And all the flames that were like burning my skin dissipates, and it's like this soothing thing. Like you just like wash me over with this aloe vera. I get this like aloe vera wash all over my body.
Yeah, your hat's no longer on fire. The deck and the mast are no longer missing, but you're in this 10-foot radius sphere around Silvers, who you see there.
I see these two Englishmen, and I directly like start charging towards them in my ghost form. Not really understanding what's going on.
Here's what you see, Troy. What'd you say? You say I'm a ghost. Yeah, you're a ghost. You're not a ghost. How do you figure? Well, I'm not scared. And,
you will be. You will be. And I start charging.
I just look like I'm being held prisoner. Like I put on a show. I put my hands up. Like bubbles look like they're fucking chaining me inside the sphere. And I go, "Oh, Grim, help me! The witch has done something."
Nice.
That scene
I got him.
That scene reminded me if this would be a Monty Python skit or something. Holy Grail.
So Grim, you charge forward and attack these two English like ghostly figures, and your sword passes right through them. No effect. You're like, what? Huh?
And Red, you would have seen me disappear in this bubble up near this mask as well. Maybe if you were engaged with these.
And it's your turn, Robert.
Okay, I'm gonna continue pushing forward. I'm gonna try to attack the next guy who's between me and the witch.
I say he's the last one. If you can kill this guy, towards the witch?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can kill this guy, I'll say you can get to the witch because she was coming forward.
Okay, I have a total of 14.
That's going to kill him.
Okay, rolling damage. I have 2 damage, so I'm just gonna run forward, and I'm gonna again pick. I'm just gonna move forward, and I'm just gonna stab him in the neck, and just pull out, and he's gonna just fall to his knees and bleed out. I'm gonna continue running towards the witch.
Okay.
Just roaring, "Forward, men!"
Very good. Now I need Marine competency rolls, guys. Each of you roll d20 again, please.
Just a 3, man.
4.
I got a 4 also. Fuck.
Wow, it's not going well.
Man,
The tides have changed.
That's that captain. That cake eater is fucking us over.
You guys are below half capacity now too. It's actually the momentum has swung the other way now. Your men are being pushed back. The English are taking control of the deck again. And it's the next round. I want you to roll initiative because this bitch is going to try to kill you, Sean.
Okay. Yeah, let me
She's
roll
on 8.
initiative. Damn it, a 1.
5 here.
The witch is
4
on it.
here.
So she swings her hammer. Oh, shit. That's a natural 20.
Oh, shit. I think
What's
we
up,
know
hammer?
who's the first casualty.
So let's see something here. So we get a 12 on the natural 20 chart. Oh, the attack does no damage but knocks the foe out for 20 minutes. You'll be unconscious for 20 minutes. She fucking rings your bell and knocks you cold out. And you fall to the deck. As far as anyone can tell, it looks like you're dead.
Yep. Robert Red is dead. Well, not quite. Not really, but...
Not really. You still have whatever hit... What did you have? You still had 3 hit points or 2 hit points left?
Four.
You still have 4 hit points. You're just unconscious.
I only got once injured, and that was from Troy's bullet. So that's
Shoot in the ass.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You guys see this, although it looks kind of weird because you guys are in the ethereal realm, so, but yeah. Like I said, very much like the Lord of the Rings, it's all shadows and weirdness. And...
I want to get her Warhammer, seriously. Like, it's probably going to be cursed anyway, and I'm going to be like, but that'd be cool.
You guys taking any actions this round?
I'm still not understanding exactly what's going on, I don't think, so I'm going to be attacking them as if it was a normal
You're
situation.
still swinging
again.
your saber, and it's just, what do you use? Is it saber, cutlass? What is it?
I'm just using the curved blade, so cutlass, saber, or whatever.
Yep, you're slashing through these guys, and they're just continuing their argument and kind of ignoring you at this stage because they've been here for a few rounds longer than you have.
Just for purposes of future information, how far away is said captain of the ship from us at this point?
Let's see. She was along the starboard of the ship. You guys are at the center mast. Man, how wide is a fast guy? I don't know. She's probably about 30 feet away from you guys, I'm guessing. 20, 30 feet.
My understanding is I would have understood that my body, everything is not as it should be at this point.
No, you've gone
two attacks now. I know everything's all fucked up, right?
Yeah, you've gone
Shit is not as per normal. But I don't understand exactly what's going on. I have no concept of magic, so I probably think I'm dead in the ghost as well. I'm still going through that same mental exercise is what these two English fuckers have been doing for like the last 6 rounds. But I see Silver there, and he's just doing his thing.
I have a question, Ian. Which way is the ship oriented? Is it like if we were to put it on a directional grid, is it like north to south or west to east?
It's more or less, the stern is to the north and the bow is to the south, more or less.
Okay, and how's the wind blowing?
The wind is coming out of the kind of northeast, so it's blowing sort of southwest.
It's blowing southwest. Now, which side is the captain on from me?
She is on the west side.
She's on the west
so
side.
The wind is kind of blowing in her direction somewhat.
That's exactly.
What you call it? Is that upwind or downwind?
If it's blowing in her direction, I'm upwind of her.
You're upwind of her. Got it. I always get confused by that.
That's absolutely perfect. I'm gonna drop reality shift and fucking cause a catastrophe and cast miasma.
Okay, roll a magic save.
Oh boy. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think I think my buddy there, Red, is dead.
Yeah.
1 success, partial.
Okay, so what happens here is a spell catastrophe happens and your spell succeeds. So, miasma is a diabolism, isn't it?
It is, yep.
I'm going to need you to roll a d12 for me, please.
Where's my 12? 4.
A 4. So the catastrophe I want to write this down.
Just for the purposes of Grim, witnessing Silvers do this? What exactly were you physically or vocally doing that would have changed this spell into the next?
The charade's over. Like, I fall down from being shackled and aim my hands at the captain downwind and blow out a miasma that looks like a locust from my mouth.
And I had already been paying attention to what you were doing because you seemed to be so calm in this weird situation, so I would have seen this.
Don't mind me, lads. Just give me a moment here. I'm writing down this information.
So what does a miasma look like? What is this spell? It's a new one to me.
It looks.
I'll get to, yeah. Oh, you go ahead and describe it.
It looks like locusts that are made out of hellfire coming out of my mouth and swarming into a cloud.
Nice. So would that have consumed other aspects of the ship, like sails and or fabrics?
I think you have to roll a random
Sacks of sugar
to see what it does.
Yeah, unfortunately, this thing is a fucking death storm. It's gonna kill a lot of our own men too, probably.
Quite possibly, including Red, potentially.
Yeah, including
Oh
Red
dear.
potentially.
And you were doing that to avenge my death. Oh man, that is
Yeah.
great.
So as this ethereal bubble drops and you guys become completely substantial again, and as you're doing so, actually, just for comedic value, your sword is like halfway through one of the Englishmen.
Nice.
And boom, all of a sudden your sword's just inside of him, and he's like, oh! And it's not like you cut into it. It's like your sword is actually part of him almost, you know what I mean? But it's in his guts, and he's writhing in pain and dying on your blade. The other one is just horrified and looking. You may not even notice that now Silver's eyes begin to glow orange in the darkness. And let's roll your miasma and see what it does. Is that a D6 or what?
It is a D6. Do you want me to roll it?
Yeah, go for it, please.
I got a 1, and I rolled it on the Tunnels and Trolls dice, which gives a skull for a 1.
Nice. I need a saving throw. This would be magic. Would you say it's a magic save?
Yeah, I'd say it's a
Yeah.
magic.
Make a saving throw versus magic there, Red.
This is the worst one I could have rolled. By the way.
Oh my gosh! With at least it's Tunnels and Trolls dice, so that's pretty cool.
And I'm going to roll for Wadjet.
Okay.
So your charisma will give you a number.
Yeah. Partial success if she loses
No
half her hit points.
sixes. No sixes. 1, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Roll a D20 for me, Sean.
Oh gee, this is not sounding good.
You technically just died, but I
Yeah.
have implemented something for this game
Okay.
called Death Alternatives.
I rolled a 10.
A 10. Okay, so you might want to write this down for your character. This is a 10, yeah?
Yeah.
You have an old battle wound. So you know what it is? It's that wound you took from the shot in the ass.
No
Become
way.
infected and whatever else.
Festering a-hole.
The wound will heal normally, but at every day you have to roll 1d6. If you roll a 1, that means the injury is acting up and you're in serious pain, giving you a -2 on all hit
Hemorrhoids for
rolls
life.
and a -1 on all skill rolls, and moving at half speed for that day.
That makes sense.
Okay. Half speed. And what was the other
Roll-
thing?
Half speed, -2 to hit rolls, and a -1 to skill rolls anytime that injury is acting up.
2 hit
No.
rolls. And
That's
do I get
indefinite?
any?
This
That's awesome.
And
That's-
-2 to the what's the other one? Hit rolls and sorry. What was the other one?
-2 to attack rolls, and a
Okay.
-1 to skill rolls.
-1. Okay.
that's
No.
great. That's great role playing fodder for the rest of this campaign.
Oh
This-
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry to inform you. Also, this also had the effect of anybody between us and the captain that this blew through is also going to get hit by that save or die, even including our own men. So
Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Do I get any other do I actually get hit like with a hit point damage?
No.
I don't,
Don't worry
okay,
about
good.
that.
So basically, the locust is starting to eat up my ass.
I mean, yeah. You
Okay.
Go ahead and put yourself at 0 hit points. Actually, yeah.
Oh shit! I
Or
should
no,
have shut
actually,
my
put
mouth.
yourself at -4 hit points because you're dead, technically speaking, but you're not dead. but you know.
To be fair, I did say in my last turn that I was going to position myself between the English individuals in the if they were playing and the captain, so I could come out and get the captain next round. So I would be in front of this locust too, probably, depending on the location. So you can play it as you would like there, Ian. But I could also be potentially in the way of this result.
Go ahead and give me a saving throw versus magic there, Troy.
So I need to get a D6. I missed this last time when I rolled it, but as long as I get a D6 on these
You need 1 6 for a partial success. You need 2 6s for a full save.
Alright, so I got 1 6 on the 4D6.
So that means you lose half of your current hit points. How many hit points do you have currently?
I have 2, so I'm down to 1.
You lose 1 only
Yeah, fair enough.
from the locusts tearing through your skin as they pass through you.
So as I go back into physical form, I get like a twinge. As my body is already burnt from her attack, this last locust just burns the last tendril of hair that's sticking out of my
That
face.
surviving Englishman also takes. He's consumed by the locusts as they pass by.
So there's no more right there.
Mm-hmm. And the locust plague continues on towards the deck of your ship as it'll pass past the captain. However, most of your people are over on this ship, so that's the good news. Next round. Wait. No. Marines. Now let's just see here. I just need to come up with a number here. I'm going to say that killed 20 Marines on each side. Okay?
As we scan around, as I come back into material plane, how many numbers are on each side, or is it hard to differentiate the English and the British?
Pretty slim. I mean, I can tell you exactly. There are
just guesstimation.
There's 58
dozens.
remaining English Marines, and there are 39 remaining Dutch Marines.
So it looks about the same odds as what we started with, in my eyes, as I
Roughly, yes.
scan the area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I rolled a 14 on that Marine die.
Wait, let me roll. Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Got a 15.
So 2 successes on each side. This is another 12 dead Marines on each side. Now I need to roll morale checks. And now, because of this fucking plague of locusts here, I'm rolling morale checks for both sides.
They've
Actually,
already passed me, though.
It's,
and already passed the red.
I'm going to let Sean, since he's unconscious, I'm going to let him roll for your side. Roll 2d12 for me, or 2d6, sorry, Sean. And tell me what you got. 2d6.
Okay.
It's getting low to the point where we're going to have trouble piloting a ship.
That's right.
The English have lost morale, and they're panicking at this stage. They're ready.
I rolled a 6 and a 1.
A 6 and 1, so a 7. So you rolled
Yeah.
equal to. Okay, your men are holding their own, but barely. Only because the English are like ready to surrender. Many of them are already surrendering, throwing down their weapons, but the witch is still fighting on. Next round, initiatives for whoever's still conscious. That is, I guess.
I rolled a 7 that time. There we go. 7 on the D8.
I got an 8.
You got
Nice.
an 8? Okay, you're going to go simultaneously as her. So she is going to Maleficence you. What are you going to do, Andrew?
Can he initiate? Do you know what she's casting? Are you able to, as a caster yourself?
Well, he can spend a spell slot to defend anytime. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
part
I
of
don't
the magic
understand.
system.
I haven't seen it.
To negate the effects of a spell, but he has to run the risk of a spell catastrophe if he does so.
I'm basically, so while she's casting Maleficence, I'm just going to yell at her, "Surrender and we'll spare you." Let's say, "We'll let you go. We'll send you back to the Witch Queen."
Roll your saving throw versus magic, please. It happens simultaneously, so she still casts.
Complete fail.
Oh! Uh-oh.
Is that a charm or something?
So that's 6 points of fire damage. What does that take you to?
It takes me to -4.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, -3.
-3, so roll a saving throw, a non-magic save, to see if you maintain consciousness.
Complete fail.
Need to pull up my plates. Okay, so you definitely go unconscious, and technically you would die in a d10. So roll a d20 for me.
13.
A 13. Oh no. Okay. Got it.
What's 13 do?
Stupidity.
Oh, stupidity.
Lack of intelligence. You get an intelligence decrease.
It means that he's suffered brain damage. Can
Nice.
impede his actions in combat. So anytime he's in combat, every round he has to roll a d6. If he rolls a 1, then he has a problem. So he rolls another d6. On a 1 to 3, he hesitates and falls to a distant 1, no matter what he rolled or whatever. A roll of 4 or 5 indicates that he may do nothing more than move half speed. No attack.
This is
And a roll of
indefinite
6,
or just?
yes, it's permanent.
This is the worst one on there other than death.
Can we
And
like
a roll of 6
drill a
indicates-
hole,
a
drill
roll
a
of 6
hole in
means
your
that he can do nothing but
skull,
move.
release the pressure?
Can I opt just to have Silvers die?
You could be an invalid. I can like
Good
feed
if you
you
want.
like.
I think living retarded is actually worse than death in this instance because I'm a pirate.
Yeah, you probably would be uh, at the bottom of the chain doing menial labor at best.
I mean, if you're a sorcerer with brain damage, it's not gonna work.
Well, I mean, it only happens in combat, but yeah, it's a 1 in 6 chance every round that it affects you.
No, okay, screw it. I'll go with it.
Just saying. I mean, I just want you to understand before you make a decision.
He could be an NPC, an invalid NPC for the rest of
Every
the
round
campaign.
in combat, you have to roll a d6, and if you roll a 1, then you have a possibility of a complication.
It's basically you guys are gonna be playing with like a partial deck of cards for the rest of the campaign. It's like you're not gonna know whether or not I fail every time I do something. It'll be like an extra layer of failure. So I'll let you guys decide.
It's great that we have all these injuries. I got like this war wound in my ass. You got like brain damage, so it's like fucking crazy.
So as I come out of this
Well,
ethereal
what's
state,
your guys' vote? Because I gotta decide whether to die or live.
I will leave it up to you, man. I don't want to influence you, honestly.
You technically have a d10 minutes, so you have 4 minutes before you'll die, in theory.
Okay. I'll think on it.
So what are you going to do, Grim, as you come out and you see all this shit going on?
okay, so I see this locust flame attack, like fire flash across the deck of the ship,
Yeah, there's
Clearing-
going nuts. Right?
clearing a wave towards this witch who I just saw in the glimpse of my one eye take down Silvers, who I thought had already died. But I see him shaking over there and like mumbling, like idiotic sayings as he's over there mumbling to himself for a brief moment. And I lunge forward towards her with my
Yeah, he's pretty badly
saber.
burned as well and wreathed in flame.
Right, so the fire that he unleashed came back upon him. I don't understand all this magic that's being thrown about. It just seems like madness to me. So he's out of the fight, and I see her as the only other target that's unleashing this unknown aspect to battle.
Pretty much, yeah, it's just her because most of the English Marines are surrendering at this point.
And I see the red down, and most of my men are down as well. But the British start to cower and to circle back towards the captain's quarters. I see her standing there, and I lunge forward with one last ditch effort. Knowing myself, I'm bleeding out. I've been badly burnt myself, like third-degree burns all over my open flesh. So this is pretty much the last ditch effort for myself as well
Roll
as I
ahead.
last forward. I rolled a 17
Oh, that's going to hit.
and plus 2, so 19.
You're going to roll damage on her.
4 points of slashing damage with
Okay.
my saber.
And she drops down to her knees and puts her hands up and says, I accept the terms.
Terms, my lady. I
Yes.
offered no terms.
That
with
man
that-
there did, and she nods towards
With-
Silvers.
I don't even acknowledge her phrase. I just slash back once more with my saber across
All
her
right,
throat.
roll damage only.
Terms, my lady. I offered no terms. I rolled 4 again under the 8.
Okay, so she's still alive, technically.
Fuck off! Come on now. All right, she's still alive. I just slashed across her face and neck area with my saber.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Okay.
She's bleeding heavily. You cut her deeply on the neck.
7 on the D8.
Oh, she's on 6, so you get to go first.
All right. Tap roll once
She's
more.
pissed off at your treachery, and she's going to try to burn you alive.
So she's still down on her knees in pleading fashion?
Well, at this point now, once you slash her with the sword, she's jumped back, and she's trying to gain her feet and make an attack against you with her magic.
Too many men have died today, bitch. You and your satanic worship will end here. We will take you down to Davy Jones' locker, where you will perish for eternity. And I rolled a 10 plus 2, 12 to hit.
Oh, that's not good. You miss.
Okay.
Roll saving throw versus magic.
Okay, 46. There we go. I'm gonna roll on the whatchamacallit here, because this could be death to me. I only got 1 hit point left.
Oh.
And I rolled no 6s, a couple
Okay.
5s, and 3.
Roll a d20 on the death chart as you're fucking engulfed in flames.
All right, I rolled 5 on my d20.
So you.
I have no like skin left to burn. It's already like swinged to the point of
So
like spawn.
you are wreathed in flame, and you fall, and you just feel something heavy falling on top of you, and you go out of consciousness as you hear the battle raging on around you. When you come to, you've suffered a smashed leg. It will heal. However, you will never be able to run again.
Okay. Nice. I'm gonna get myself a peg leg. Smashed leg.
Now, your leg will heal, like I said, but you just won't be able to run on it.
Okay.
So when you guys all come to, you are on the deck of the Hawk. Actually, you're probably not on deck. You're probably below decks in a makeshift kind of hospital or whatever, being nursed back to health. The ship surgeon is there. Let me see. You were at -4, right, Sean?
Yep.
You're not going to come to for several days. What were you at, Andrew? You were also like kind of high negatives?
3 negative.
Actually, no, you all were, come to think of it. Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't roll my damn.
You all come to, like, well, let's see, you were at -3, so you'll come to first after 3 days, Silver. The other two are still unconscious and being tended to. You can see Grimm's leg is bound up in some weird way. What happened to your character again, Sean? What happened to Robert? What was his?
My ass was shot by our.
He had a festering wound from his
And
ass.
the miasma. Robert looks generally okay, but you can't tell what's wrong with him. But he's still unconscious.
I'm on my stomach with like my ass like just
Elevated.
I
Stuck up in the air.
I look at my boys and I scowl and go, "Ugh," and I start squeezing my hands. And the angrier I get, I feel my adrenaline start to pump, and all of a sudden there's like this sharp humming sound in my head, and I go, "Oh."
Nice.
And
Aneurysm.
I lay back and I say, "What's wrong with me, Doc? You can tell me. What did the bitch do to me?"
I don't know exactly. You're alive, so count your blessings.
I hear a humming in my head, Doc. It's loud. Hell's bells. Hell's bells, Jim. Hell's bells. That's the name of the doctor.
His name is what?
Jim.
Jim. Okay, nice. Says, well, you pulled through. Don't worry. I think they will as well. We'll be arriving. Oh no, sorry. We're in St. Martin.
I'll get up on my crutch. What happened? to the witch?
Oh, she was taken out by our Marines, sir.
They killed her?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Once she burned Grim, they dogpiled on her, did her in.
Yeah, my eyes will pan over to Grim's body, and it looks like a burnt piece of chicken.
Yeah, I'm burnt all over, and you see what was my leg that you see someone like cutting away the dead flesh from, and there's literally no muscle and or skin left. It's like just a skeletal bone remaining. It wasn't really smashed. It was actually like just burnt to the point where it got so deep, the burn. It was so deep into the flesh and everything, it had to be cut away because it was just all dead nerves. So literally, there's just a bone remaining. It might have been better to have been amputated, but they were able to like keep like the basic form, but just that.
Tell me the truth, Jim. What of Keck? Is Keck alive?
Oh, the captain, of course. He received a commendation for the victory.
Victory, huh?
The ceremony was yesterday, but today is going to be the hanging. No, sorry, tomorrow will be the hanging.
Hanging of who? Of whom?
Oh, the pirates. The brig of that English ship was full of pirates. Well, not full. There was about 6 of them there, but one of them, well, he was very notorious. He was high on the wanted list. He'll be hung tomorrow. Thomas Bledsoe, Bloody Tom, they call him. He's in the prison right now.
And afraid to ask, but what of the company? There were a lot of battles going on out there.
Oh, we won some and lost some. Overall, the English ultimately withdrew. There were some strange things about the Royal Holland. She was captured by the English, but she sunk afterwards. Strange. It was like her hull broke as she tried to sail away. Some people say they saw an arm reach up and wrap around her and pull her down into the sea. I didn't see it myself, but you know how them sailors be.
As he says, like an arm reached up and pulled its leg down to the sea, I see Grim reaching up and pulling me down into the sea because it's all starting to flood back, all the memories of the fight, and I realize that Grim now knows my dark secret. So, walking over on my crutch, I'll get over the bed and look down at him and I say, Doc, burns like this, trauma like this, it could cause a man to hallucinate, right?
I suppose so. He's suffered some pretty traumatic injuries. It's a miracle that he's alive at all.
Yeah.
I think I've managed to save his leg. Fine work, if I do say so myself.
Hallucinations. Lots of hallucinations, Doc. In fact, you tell him that it was hallucinations.
Aye, sir, as you wish. I don't suppose they put medals on doctors, do they?
They don't put medals in doctor, but they put gold in their glasses, Doc. You can have my rum rations this week.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
I'll slap him on the shoulder and say, "Don't worry, Jim. You earned it. You have yourself a good drink. And remember, delusions."
Of course. Hallucinations, sir.
Hallucinations, imaginings, wild, crazed dreams.
That she-witch, she was something else, wasn't she?
There she was.
It's too bad they didn't keep her alive long enough to hang her tomorrow. Oh, well.
I looked down at myself. I tried to give her terms, I did. And look how she repaid me.
Ah, funny you should say that. They say she accepted your terms, but Grim, well, He wasn't having it. Tried to lop her head off, he did. That's when she burned him.
He always was a loyal one. Put my hand on
Well,
his leg and pat it.
between you and me, Captain was saying anyway that you didn't have rights to make terms on offer of his crew, so probably for the best.
Yeah. Keck's a good man, but sometimes I think he doesn't see the plight of the raiding parties. I tried to save lives, but he's right. It wasn't my call to make. It was a call I decided to make without his permission.
As you wish, sir. What about these two? I reckon they should be conscious in the next day or two.
Yeah. I'll have a good long talk with them.
Came out of that fight with less than 30 men, you know.
Yeah. I didn't think we were going to come out of it at all. Swam our way out of that locker, we did. And I'm still just looking at Grim, his body just kind of like twitching as it's all like burnt black. I'll look over at Red. He's laying on his stomach on a pillow with like his trousers pulled down with like a bandage apparatus over. What happened to him?
He's just being propped up for the what too.
Well, we're not sure exactly how it happened, but somehow during the battle he took a bullet in the ass, sir. Came infected, it did. Also, looks like he was bit by thousands of tiny insects, and look at this. See the scarring.
I'm gonna turn to Jim and I'm gonna squint. Hallucinations, Jim.
Well, they say it was the witch's magic, so.
Aye, that it might be.
But then when magic's afoot, all kinds of strange things can be seen. A man, well, you could say he could be trusted to. Well, he couldn't be right to trust his senses, could he?
No. Yeah, I even fall into that category now, Jim. Now, lightly knock on my skull. Something ain't wired up right here, right no more. I can tell. Something that witch did to me.
Well, go ashore. Get yourself a meal and a drink, maybe a woman or two. You've earned it. Oh,
I reckon that's
the quartermaster as well. He'll have your share.
Yeah. I'm gonna go pay a visit to the quartermaster. I like this idea of share.
I'll tell you exactly what your share is here in a second. But while I'm figuring that out, what else do you want to do once you get your share? Oh, do you want to know what it is probably first? I'll tell you.
The quartermaster's name was Quartermaster Albellino, the Frenchman.
That's right, Abellino. So, first of all, we need to take out the captain's share. Then divide by the... Oops, hit the wrong button there. Divide by the number of survivors. Well, it's not great, but your share of the plunder from that particular ship is 18 pieces of 8.
Isn't 8 just a straight up silver?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is once the goods were sold, or it was just straight up silver pieces that we were able to get from them?
No, that was just the straight up silver plundered from the ship. The ship itself and whatever goods were taken haven't been sold yet. Well, the ship was sunk.
Yeah, what was it?
At the scene of the battle, but
even those of us that are in the deathbed are entitled to our 18 pieces.
You will be if you regain consciousness. That's correct.
Fair enough.
If you don't, it'll be used for burial fees and things that sort of something. I don't know.
Right. There's no wills.
Or maybe it'll go back into the coffer for the rest.
I'll be shooting more people in the back if that was the case.
One thing I'm definitely going to do with silvers is I'm going to go test the water. Like, I'm going to ask around to the crew and see how mad Keck is at me about issuing terms.
Okay.
I'm not going to go to Keck, though. I don't want to open that fucking Pandora's box.
Right. Keck's not here anyway. He's staying at the governor's mansion.
So where are we at now? We're in Carousel or Caracal?
No, you're back at St. Martin.
Okay.
And the captain, he's staying at the governor's mansion as a guest of honor. He was just decorated yesterday in a ceremony. After all, they captured...
Yeah.
Count this right. Yeah, 56. They brought back 56 prisoners, English prisoners. Not to mention then also the half dozen pirates that they brought back. One of which.
Out of the second ship battle fare, we also won that one, the Dutch.
No, I already described that to him in character.
Oh, sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, that ship was captured, but then it sunk.
Okay.
Strangely. Like you said, some people said that they saw an arm reach up out of the sea and grab it and pull it down.
Oh, okay.
The hull of it cracked and broke in two as it sunk.
Yeah, pending the answer I get from the men about my current status with Keck, I might be trying to find a new crew while I'm docked.
Pretty much the general opinion you get from the multiple sailors you talk to is that, well, he was pretty mad about it a couple of days ago, but then again, he did still order the surgeon to save you, so he can't be too mad, right? If he was really mad, he could have just left you to die.
So...
And he's become, a celebrated hero for the success of the battle, so he's probably in pretty good spirits right now. He's been staying at the governor's mansion for a couple of days,
Can we do like a short time lapse where those guys are up and around?
Absolutely, we can go right to the next day. They're going to wake up.
My first words are, my ass.
I wake up screaming, like fucking insane screaming in pain and agony. Because there's no morphine here. There's no morphine drips or nothing. And I'm like burnt to a crisp. Every like inch of my skin has been charred. Every fragment of hair has been burnt away. And my entire leg, as I stepped on it for the first time after the muscle was turned away and I snapped the bone, I'm in like extreme agony.
Oh, so stay down, Grim. Don't get up, Grim. Lay down, Grim.
I'm not moving anywhere, you crazy bastard.
And I'm gonna come over. I've got like a little pint of rum in my hand that I bought from the mainland, and I'm shaking it, and some of it spills out on his burnt husk.
Stop jerking that shit on me, boy.
What?
Look, Grim. You want it? You want a ladder? You don't. I know you want it. Now drink, Grim, drink, and I'll pour
Listen
it
here,
down
you
your throat.
demonic bastard. You back away from me right now.
Go. I'm gonna start just pouring it down your throat while you're talking.
You crazy demonic witch.
Jim!
It's starting to bubble up.
Oh, he's awake.
He's awake, Jim.
And I'm like cursing and screaming.
Jim comes over and like grabs a leather thong off the table, and he grabs it and he shoves it in his mouth in between his teeth, and he pushes down really hard to where you have to bite down on it, Grim.
And I do. I bite down on it. As I bite down on it, in that same instance, I reach up and grab Slim Mr. Simon Silvers, by the forearm in my grip. And I grab him by the arm, and I pull him in. Listen here, boy.
You got another thong in your mouth.
I'm gritting. I'm like, listen here, boy. Listen here, boy. I see what you're all about. I see you. I saw what you're all about.
Grim, you're not right in the head, Grim. It was the witch. And I look over at Jim and I say,
is it the hallucination, sir?
I think it is, Jim. It's as we feared.
I'm like, I'm trying to spit this thing out of my mouth as I'm trying to like scream at this guy across the way.
You can imagine Jim's got one hand on each side of it. And he's like pushing it down in your mouth like as hard as he can. To try
I know, and my face is already charred and burnt, so it's like cutting that much further into my mouth, back into my face.
So as you wake up, Red, you wake up to this commotion.
I'm just like feel the pain in my ass, and I say, my ass, and I hear this commotion. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Somebody get me some rum, quick, some grog here or something.
What do you think we should do with him, sir? He's mad. Maybe we should put him down. There's a pistol in that drawer over there.
I'm like,
I get up if I can, and I like stumble to the thing. Well, there's nothing to do. If he's mad, then he's mad. I get the pistol.
Nice.
I got the pistol. We can't have any madness here. The witch probably made him mad.
I'm gonna lean over him and say, Grim, think real long and hard, Grim. You don't want to die over a bout of hallucination, do you? Grim?
I take the pistol and I just cock it and then I point it to his head. Well, what's gonna be? Are you crazy or not?
I look at me with my one good eye. It's like, smells like victory.
I'm gonna look at Red and say, he's crazy, mate. He thinks I'm the witch.
And Jim says,
Probably the witch cursed him. I pull the trigger, like straight here, like straight on.
And it doesn't fire.
Click, click.
What? I check it one more time. I try to reload it. Check everything.
Oh, I forgot to load it.
I start loading it then. I get some powder and everything. I start. Man, you should keep your pistols loaded just in case. You know that. So I point it again and then I pull.
Grim, damn it, Grim! You're not right in the head, Grim. You think I'm the witch? I'm not the witch.
Well, I point it now and then I pull the trigger. Well,
it takes you full 5 rounds to pull it though.
Okay, well then I'm still loading.
Grim, think about it, Grim. Have you ever seen me do anything like that woman did? I'm not the witch. It was her magic, Grim. It was her magic. I'm like pleading with him as we're holding him down.
Tell me when I'm ready with the loading, okay?
I will. Don't worry. I'm just gonna give him, the 30 seconds to try to talk about it before.
Right.
He gets murdered here by his own friends.
You're a demon boy. I saw you cast the flames from your fingers.
What are you talking about, Grim? I've never cast anything. I don't. Last thing I remember is you ran into the mast and took a nasty hit on the head and you fell over. And then I saw you stab it in the air, pretending you were fighting British sailors.
I know Silver.
I got nothing left. You did this to me. You're gonna pay for this, you fucker.
Grim, come on, man. I know Silvers. He would never do magic. He's so superstitious. He's afraid of black cats and stuff, like most of us sailors. Magic? Are you serious?
Your pistol's loaded.
Okay. Well, so much for that. Goodbye, Grim. It pains me to do this. My good friend. But
Red! You're a good lad. Do what you must.
Thank you. And then I just...
No, Red, don't do it. Don't do it, Red. Don't do it, Red.
I pulled the trigger.
Roll a d10.
I jump in front of the bullet.
Well, I have to roll a d10. I rolled a 10.
Okay, the gun goes off.
Okay. Wait. Does Andrew get before me before it hits his head? Because I'm holding the thing right against his head.
Red,
right?
as you look up at me, as I put my forehead right against the barrel of this musket, this rifle, this bullet, you see there's like literally just like the third layer of epidermis. There's like no skin. There's like we're down to the third layer. All you're seeing is like just the uppermost skin layer before you see muscle upon my face. And I'm pleading with you. You can see it in my one good eye as I look upon you, and I say that. Do it, boy. You're a good lad. And I look at you, and you can just see the pain and anguish upon my body. And all this that Jim and Mr. Silvers is pleading with me. You know when you look in that one good eye that this is what I want. This is what I truly want, as the pain is overbearing.
Yeah, I also don't want to let you suffer. You know, I want you to die like a real pirate from like a bullet
Okay.
or like a weapon wound.
So Silver tries to intervene, but because you did have it right up against his dome,
Yeah.
he can't.
Yeah.
So he grabs your arm just as the gun goes off. Boom! And you spray the top half of Grimm's head all over the deck of the ship.
And I look at Silver. I'm like, Silver, I'm sorry, but he was either made mad by the pain or by the witch, but I couldn't see him like this anymore.
And Silver's eyes begin to glow orange again in the darkness here.
And I'm like, what is wrong with your eyes, man?
And it's like the lantern that's hanging on the wall almost dims supernaturally. And you hear a voice. And you see Silver's mouth moves. The voice comes from Silver, but it's not Silver's voice. It says, yes, kill them all. Kill the witches.
They start nervously reloading the pistol.
Silver, you're completely aware. You hear it yourself, but
what is wrong with you? Was Grimm right? Did I kill an innocent man?
I'm going to. Can I assume, Ian, that I've reloaded my gun?
You are the devil in disguise. I know it.
I'm going to turn. I'm going to shoot the doctor square in the head.
Okay. Bam. He's dead. And again.
Tell me when mine is reloaded, okay?
I'm going to. My next action after I do that is to try to tackle Red so he can't reload his gun.
Okay.
Out of character, just quick question: am I able to use the flintlock pistol, turn it around, and use it as a makeshift club?
Oh, absolutely. They're specifically engineered for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Yes, that's what I'm asking. I remember there was even some that even had an axe end.
So, okay, at this stage, I'm going to say Silver has 2 hit points and you have 1. So roll initiative, lads.
Okay, I have 1 hit point, right? Okay, initiative. Shit, 1. Oh well.
4.
Okay, so you're going to try to grapple him, yeah?
I can see his body language is gonna. Can I tell he's gonna using the pistol as
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got initiative on him. You can kind of see a little bit of what he's planning to do.
Fuck! I don't want to hurt him. I'm gonna fucking take off and run.
I'm gonna yell like, quick! I'm gonna yell like, Silver is possessed by a demon. Grimm was right all along. Kill Silvers. Kill him.
I'm gonna try to run to the top deck and dive into the water, because we're at port, right?
Yep, you are. You're in dock at St. Martin here in the northern part of the Lesser Antilles.
Question: am I still able to finish my reloading now or not?
You can. Yeah, it's gonna take you a few more rounds. He'll be off into the water before you reload.
Okay. Can I find another rifle that is loaded?
Not here in the.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna follow him. If I can pick up, is there any kind of spear-like weapon that I can chug at him? Something.
You can try to throw this pistol at him. It's in your hand.
Okay, that's what I do. I throw the pistol at him.
Okay, I'm gonna say. Okay, roll a d20.
Okay.
Do you have a ranged attack modifier?
Yes, +2.
Yep.
And I rolled a 5 again.
Oh, you're a fighter, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh,
I got a 5,
so you miss.
Total of
The pistol
7.
wings over his shoulder and goes into the water.
Well, I'm gonna run after him. I'm gonna try to grapple him.
I'm gonna yell while I'm running to the ship, and I hear him coming behind me. Damn it, Red! This isn't me. It's something the witch did. I'm not speaking. It's not me. It's some demon. She's attached some presence to me, lad.
Yes, but you must. I mean, you were talking. I can't believe it.
My lips.
Grimm was right. Grimm was right all along. You're a liar.
It wasn't me. What kind of demon wants to spare life? Think about it for a second.
But you killed the doctor. You killed Jim. Why did you kill Jim?
Okay, you're at the edge of the ship. Are you
Because,
gonna jump
lad,
in?
he saw the whole thing. I just saved you from a hanging. And I'm gonna get to the edge and dive.
You dive over the.
Yeah.
He dives over the edge of the ship into the water.
Can I? Do I find a rifle at this point, or like a pistol or something?
Well, there are other
From some-
sailors on deck. You could take one of their pistols. They're all gathered around now, trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm gonna take his pistol and says, shoot at Silver. He's possessed by a demon, by the devil himself.
What?
And I take. Yes, he just killed Jim.
They're gonna hesitate because they don't know what's going on. You have
Okay,
one of their pistols, though.
Okay, I take the pistol and I shoot at Silver in the water. Try to hit him.
Okay, he is in the water, so I'm gonna just improvise. I'm gonna say roll at disadvantage. Roll 2d20, take the lowest.
Could you
Okay.
even shoot at someone that's dove?
Probably not. That's why I have him roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
You can shoot at him. It's very unlikely he's gonna hit you.
Ah, shit. I got a 17 at my good roll, but I got a 6, so 8. Yeah.
No. You shoot. It hits the water. Splash. But yeah, he's diving below the water. He's out of sight now. It's dark.
He killed Jim. He had glowing eyes and he talked like a madman.
What? Jim's dead?
He convinced me to execute Grim because he said that
What?
Grim was possessed.
You killed
He lied.
Grim?
You don't understand. He was crazy, but apparently he wasn't crazy.
Show us.
He convinced
Show
me.
us. At this point in time, there's about half a dozen soldiers gathered around, or sailors gathered around you.
Ah, shit. I'm kind of in trouble. I'm
Take
sure
us
they're gonna
below.
come
Let
at
us
me.
see.
I'll show them the scene.
They go down.
He
They
can-
see it's a grisly scene. There's 2 men dead. One's got half of his head blown off. Actually, 2 of them both have their fucking heads blown to bits.
He lied to me. He said that Grim was somehow possessed by a demon, by the witch, but it was him all along. He did some kind of spell on him. His eyes were glowing like that of the devil, and he talked in tongues and with a deep voice that we all will die. I swear it by my honor, by my
And
life.
yet he ran away from you and dove into the sea as you chased after him and fired upon him.
Well, he probably, I don't know why he did that. He probably needs to, he's got to spread his influence over this island or something.
Give us your
Shut
weapon,
up.
Robert.
Why don't you believe me? I'm
Give us
telling
your
the
weapon.
truth.
Taking you into custody. The captain will decide your fate.
Okay. Believe me. I would never betray you, man.
And they throw you in the brig.
Shit.
They go to get
Well,
the captain.
That went to shit.
They go to get the captain, who's pissed off about being disturbed as he's kind of on a little bit of leave here, relaxing, enjoying some cocktails, and flirting with one of the governor's many daughters. And he has to come back to the ship to examine the scene and to pass judgment. And he says, "Fuck it, hang him with the pirates."
No! Can I somehow escape?
You could try. You want to try to
Okay.
fight your way through these six sailors?
No, you know what? I couldn't do that. It's like I fought so long with you. I guess.
Okay.
They don't believe me.
Can I find like a cove or a cave or something? as I'm swimming away?
They're my brothers in arms. I'm not gonna try to kill them. I give up. You know, I'm destroyed.
What are you saying, Andrew? What's Silver gonna do?
I want to find once I get on land or whatever. I want to like snoop and figure out what's going on with the crew. Like try to get basically what I want to do is figure out what's going on with Red. Like what they're gonna do. Like if they're coming after me, if they're gonna hang him, like what the deal is.
Oh, he's gonna be hung in less than an hour. At the
I was
square.
an idiot. I should have said that you killed them both.
Yeah, you should have.
I was an idiot.
That's all right though, because I don't want your guy to die. I'm gonna fucking try to help you.
I didn't want to play like a roguish character that much. I mean, he's kind of a pirate, but he's not like he's honorable to his men, to his own men. So he was trying, but I fucked up. I should have said if you killed both.
Tell us, Andrew, what's your plan?
So what's the port look like? Is there any rock? Is there any like rocky outfaces or anything like that?
Oh, there definitely would be. And let me see here. Actually, I have the information in my book here. I can tell you some more details about this particular port. St. Martin. As soon as I find it here. Where's St. Martin? Here it is. Yep, it's a pretty big, relatively decent-sized Dutch city. Nearly 4,000 people living here. Has a garrison of a few hundred soldiers, most of whom will probably be around during the hangings to observe. Yeah, there'd definitely be kind of some rocky shoreline here.
Okay.
Not
My
too
plan then
far
would
from
be.
where the ships are harbored.
So I hear from Charles. I like stalk Charles in the shadows and overhear from him that they're gonna hang Red. So I want to go to the rocks, Ian, and I've regained my spell slot at this point. I want to fucking set up a demonic ritual and use rock speech to summon a greater stone elemental to go and save Red from the hanging.
Oh, holy crap. Okay. Yeah, you'll be able to work something out like that.
Yeah, so
Charles
I'll
will tell you though too. He'll say, "Yeah, the captain. He wants to talk to you too. I think there's some questions about what happened there. Red says you killed the Dr. Jim."
Yeah, like I know there's no going back. I'm not even gonna try that avenue. So yeah, like I hear they're gonna hang him. I hear there's questions out about me or whatever. I don't want to directly talk to anybody though. I just want to skulk.
Okay. Yep, they're looking for you. In fact,
Yeah.
at one point, one of the citizens, "Hey, Simon! Simon, Captain Van de Keck is looking for you."
Get away from me, lad. I do not know who the Simon is. Arr. Did I shake a...
And you see them kind of looking amongst each other. Now there's like 3 of them there. Like, maybe it's true. Huh? And they kind of like reach for their swords. You can easily get away from them if you want to, though.
Yeah, I just
run
keep
off into the crowd.
Yeah. I just want to disappear and I want to get out into the wilderness by the rocks.
Okay.
I know what I gotta do, because I can't let Red die. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand what's happened.
Yep, I don't.
He really doesn't.
Well, my character doesn't.
Okay. So this spell, rock speech, right?
Yep. And I want to expedite it, which is the 1d6 roll.
I was going to say the spell's probably not prepared for the day.
Well, I have, I mean, how much time has elapsed from,
Well, you definitely have your spell slot back. The question is, do you have anything prepared? Or you could take the time to prepare it. I suppose if you take 10 minutes or whatever to do so, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I've got time to, like, plot or whatever. That's what my plan is.
So you're going to awaken the greater spirit of a hill or some other stone prominence. So in this case, the rocky shore here of St. Martin.
I'm going to call on it.
Obey basic commands, but is usually very slow and averse to areas of great corruption. There's none of those here. The actions of the elemental spirit may be expedited, but there's a 1 in 6 chance that such will be accompanied by an earthquake. So please roll d6.
I got a 2.
A 2, no earthquake.
So when I summon the stone, when I tell it, go to the place where they hang men.
Do you want to tell
save
us what
Red?
like?
Yeah. So I cast the spell on the stone, and it basically starts to form into a gigantic, like 30-foot tall golem. it just like rises from the side of the mountain like a man that was sitting down and rips out of it. Like huge boulders fall over the place. One lands on a seagull. You see like a spray of feathers from underneath of it. What is it that you want from me? And I tell him, go, save Red, destroy anyone that gets in his way.
Okay. And it will make its way towards the center of the village. People will scream in terror, like, what the hell's going on? They're freaked out by this. You'll see it coming too, Red, as you're there at the gallows. The noose is hanging in front of you, but not yet wrapped around your neck. You have 6 pirates there with you as well.
Is this the end of the world? Is this the reckoning?
One of the pirates looks at you and says, What is that, lad?
This I don't know what this must be. This must be either the witch or Simon, or what he has she done to him.
Is it what's the purpose of it? What's it here to do?
I don't know. I've never seen a thing like this before.
And at this point, like the guards are distracted. Many of them will try to engage it and open fire to no avail against an elemental spirit. And he's like, look, the guards are distracted. Let's get away. Take me with you. Let's get a ship. Let's get out of here.
Okay. So I basically.
Take my men. They're good sailors.
Okay, I take like some people, and then we try to get away, basically, on a boat or something. Mine?
Yes.
Robert the Red, or also just
You guys still have
Robert.
your hands like bound in front of you
Yeah.
as you're trying to slink away. So,
Yeah. Can you free me first?
Well, I need a blade or something. The thing's coming awfully close. Let's run. Let's just get out of here. We'll worry about the hands later.
Wait. So the pirates. Okay. So let's get away. My name is Robert the Red. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Thomas Bledsoe, I am.
Thomas Blood. Good to meet you.
Captain without a ship, as it were.
We could steal one from the ships here.
So what's this elemental spirit going to do, Andrew, when it gets there? It can just pass right by these guards. It'll see its quarry trying to escape with the pirates.
Its its plan is to go and basically grab him.
Oh, shit.
Okay, it reaches down and scoops you up, Robert the Red, and Tom's like, "Hey!"
Oh no! Oh no!
And then
This is the end of the world!
It's gonna return him to me.
The earth
Right.
itself is against me! God has forsaken me!
This is going to pick him up and then go back the other way, back to where you were. So with the militia in pursuit.
It's like fucking Godzilla shit, like 30 foot tall, Jesus Christ.
Roll a percentile for me there, Sean, to see if you get any stray bullets in the process.
Oh dear. Like I really need that with with 1 hit point left.
Give me a percentile. Don't roll poorly.
85.
No, you don't take any stray bullets. You're fine.
Okay, good.
If you'd rolled low, it could have gone bad for you. And so when it brings it back to you, what's your plan of action there, Simon?
So when the spirit brings him back and is holding him, I don't want the spirit to put him down. I want it to hold him. I'm gonna say,
Simon, not you. It is you who's controlling this health spawn.
it's right, Red. It is I that saved your life. We don't have time to bicker, so I'm gonna lay it all out. Yes, I'm a magic user. No, I did not create some kind of demon that took over Grimm's body. I wanted to save the lad. I wanted to fight the witch. I have done none of this. I've kept my magic hidden for years. I used my magic for good. I saved your ass, didn't I?
Well, you are right with that. Even though this is really weird and not very, I was never a good Christian boy, but Jesus Christ, man. I think let's get out of here.
I dare say at this point, Red, we can't go back to Keck's crew. We're gonna have to find alternative passage.
I found some, the pirates, they were willing to join me, Thomas Blood.
Thomas Bledsoe.
We should go to him. Blood
Okay,
cell?
Bledsoe.
Blood cell?
I'll tell the spirit to put him down and say, "Go back and impede the men who follow ye."
Yeah. I'm going to say that they probably didn't follow it too far beyond the city square because, their bullets aren't seeming to have any effect, and it's probably not worth risking their lives to try to save this one, criminal who's being carried away by it. So yeah. So it'll go back to the town to create more of a distraction.
Now, I'm gonna walk over but first, there's an order of business. You tried to take my life, Red. We can't trust each other at this point. I think that much is clear. But I know a way that we can trust each other, if you're willing.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to do any of your devilry.
We're at an impasse, Red. This is the eye of the needle. We need trust.
Fine. What is it that you want to do?
Alright. I'm going to risk causing another catastrophe and cast Covenant.
Okay, the Covenant will
dear.
magically seal a bargain between yourself and a counterparty, in this case, Robert Red, by awarding temporary control of both of your souls to a devil.
Oh, that's
Free
fucking
consent
great.
is required, but may be compelled by factors, external magic, such as holding a dagger to the throat. Demonic malady rewards temporary deviation, and ignoring the covenant completely allows the devil to take permanent possession, which causes death and eternal torment.
That's fucking great.
So what is the covenant? What's the bargain exactly? You need to spell this out for me.
The bargain is going to be as long as I breathe, as long as I draw breath, I will not betray you through action or inaction, or try to ruin you or work against you. And the same would be of him.
Robert needs some time. He thinks a bit about it, but then he says, well, I guess we don't have a choice at this matter, really. So, fine.
And as you're saying
Let's
this, his
enter the
eyes start to
covenant.
glow orange again, and you hear that voice again go, yes, sell your soul to the devil. Throw yourself in with demons, Red. Yes, it's a good plan.
Immediately when he stops talking, I'll say, "Don't listen to that voice, lad. I know it's coming from my lips, but it's
And
not
ironically,
mine."
you can hear both voices going simultaneously.
Selling the soul to the demon? I'm not sure about this anymore.
Red.
Fine, let's just do it, and I just hold a hand before I change my mind.
Yep, I'll shake it quickly.
Okay. First roll magic save for me there, Andrew, to see if the spell works.
Partial success.
Partial success, so that means the spell will work and there will be a catastrophe. Do you want to spend a luck point to reroll? Do you have a luck point?
No, I do have a luck point, but I don't want to. I mean, partial success is good. I don't want to fail this. He's more dangerous than an errant spell effect, so.
In that case, then please roll a d12.
3.
Shit. Okay, I'm going to take note of this as well. So, let me see here. Man, I got a lot of notes. Okay, Silver. So, anyone that performs a paid service for you in future incurs a debt to the Demon Lord Alzrazel. If they do not discharge the debt, any offspring they have will be replaced with a demon changeling marked with your sigil.
Oh dear.
That's got really bad really quick.
Oh yeah. Not to mention the demon you have inside of you talking through your voice and everything. Okay, so you guys make the covenant. And what's the next step for the two of you?
I think we should get these pirates and we should get a ship and get the fuck out of Dodge.
I couldn't agree more. Let's go.
I guess our only options here is become pirates.
Well,
And
you can go and try to find Bloody Tom back at the docks. He'll be stealing a ship while all the madness is going on in the city as the 320 soldiers are all trying to fight this.
I think we should join Bloody Tom.
This earth spirit, this 30-foot tall earth spirit that's like smashing its way through town.
It's fucking Godzilla, as I said.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, Godzilla's a lot taller than that, but yeah.
Yeah, he's way taller, obviously.
Yeah, so we go to Tom.
Okay, now let me see here. Let's determine what kind of ship you're going to get. He's going to say, fine, you wish to sail with me, you may, but you'll have to pull your own weight. You'll get an equal share of the treasure.
Hi, Tom. But I want you to recognize that I just saved your life back there. It was incidental, but it was me.
You saved my life? How?
That large rock elemental that came parading into the hangman's noose and saved you from the frying pan, that was my doing, and it'd be best you remember it. Silver's me name, Mr. Silvers.
Well, Mr. Silvers, let's just hope that you don't prove to be more trouble than you're worth. But you're with Red here, and he's good with me, so I'll take his vouch for you. Now, let's get this boat out of here before the soldiers come back and find out what we're up to.
I agree.
You can see, obviously, they've killed a few men on deck that were basically kind of guarding the ship. Roll d6 for me there, Andrew.
4.
A 4? Okay, so this is a ship that's known as, I don't know if I pronounced this correctly, but I think it's Pinus, or Pinache, is it? Pinus?
Penis? It's the penis.
It's a small ship. It's a small boat. It can actually hold a maximum of like 60 people, but it's like I think maybe a single or double sail. It's a pretty small boat. It can hold a maximum of 10 cannons, although this one does not have that many. This one only has 6 cannons, 3 to each side.
It's the start.
Do you want to name it?
Still perform. I will call it the Red Devil, the Sea Devil. There we go. In light of recent, better. Oh my God! Now I know the Silver Devil.
Such an insult. Yeah, name it the Silver Devil.
And that's what our flag is going to be. It's going to be a devil head, which is silver.
So the good thing about this ship, a ship this small, it can actually be sailed efficiently by only 6 men. And as it turns out, you guys have 8. Well, 6, not counting the 2 of you. And like I said, it's got 6 cannons as well. And you guys will sail out of St. Martin with the pirate Bloody Tom, Thomas Bledsoe. And I think I'm going to wrap up the session right there and leave it at that. Told you guys would end up going pirate in one session.
Nice.
I played the 5th man. It wasn't my fault.
Anything you want to say in closing? Actually, now that we're closing out, if you want to actually introduce yourselves, plug your channel, or anything of that sort, since I skipped all that at the beginning. You go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, guys, I'm the Gaming Beast. You can check out my YouTube channel, Gaming Beast 82, and you can also check my stuff at www.thegamingbeast.com and www.thenextround.net. And I do all kinds of RPG and nerd shit. And check out these guys' channel for sure.
Okay, Troy.
I've been pretty inactive on the YouTubes of late, but check out the OSG for great games like this one. I'd also like to promote the Tides of Change RPG group that's running Star Wars games, because I'm also active there as well currently. So check that out as well.
Excellent. Andrew.
Nothing to plug, but instead I will give the viewers a titillating look into what I'm going to do next game, which is going to be instantly try to betray Bloody Tom.
Oh my god. And the fucked up shit is I cannot do anything to stop it.
And
Because I'll
in
be
fact,
fucked royally.
In fact, you actually have to help me because you can't do it by inaction either.
Oh my god. That sucks. But that's fine. At least in a way that's good. I think one of the ways we could do, since you said it's only 8 members, Troy, you can also make a new character. You can be one of those. And if the other guys show up, they can play one of those characters. So we would be almost a full. If everybody would come for a change, we could be a full like a group. You know, yeah. On the how you say that? A full crew. There we go. Full crew.
All right.
Rutger ready to go. Let's do it again.
Good times.
Excellent.
Good game.
All right. Well, thanks guys for playing. I hope you had fun. I appreciate you guys showing up and playing the game. We'll figure out experience after I turn off this recording because I just bore the shit out of people. But in the meantime, I'm going to turn off the broadcast, and we'll be doing this again in 2 weeks' time. We'll continue the stories as you guys sail away on the ZRMS Silver Devil, which is now a pirate vessel. Cheers.
Bye-bye.